Yo, what's up, fam? How you guys doing today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live? Yellen warns USA will default unless debt limit is raised. Let's talk about it today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Who this is for? Self-Actualizers, making the most of their lives. If you've heard me say that before, I wanted to define what self-actualizer is, who a self-actualizer is. That term is borrowed from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. A self-actualizer is a person who is doing something above and beyond with their life. They have their basic needs are met. Now they want something more to be fulfilled. Self-actualization is the pursuit of fulfillment. This micro podcast live stream is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you take yourself too seriously, this is not for you. I'm sorry. Follow me on Spotify. There's a link if you're watching on YouTube. I'm live right now on Twitter, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. There's a link there if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on LinkedIn, I think it's there too. The link to follow me on Spotify. I do make music. That is something that I like to do. I like it. I like it. I do. There is a Telegram, a private Telegram for our inner circle, and you're invited to join our Telegram. It's un momento. It's accessible through tele through Guild XYZ, through Guild XYZ/inner circle. That's how you access the Telegram. And if your name is Telegram Sam, you are my main man. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover divine truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, yours truly. It is not a cult. I repeat, it is not a cult. Another rumors are out there, but it's not true. If you would like to join our cult, you can do a couple of different things. You can go to safenemedia.com/HSRL. It's the official page for this show. And you could also, like I said, you could join the Telegram, access the Telegram, our inner circle on Telegram via Guild XYZ, guild.xyz/inner circle. So today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard the phrase fiat currency? Anyone? Fiat currency? No. Well, if you don't know what fiat currency is, let me explain it to you in the simplest terms possible. Our beloved, dearly beloved US dollar, the one we use to buy our lattes and avocado toast, is not backed by anything tangible like gold or even silver. It's just a piece of paper or a digital blip on a screen that we all agree is worth something. And you know what makes it worth something? Debt. Debt. That's right. Our currency is based on how much debt we have as a country. It's like the world's most complicated game of Monopoly. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, isn't debt bad? Well, yes, it can be. It can be good or bad. But in this case, it's what's keeping our economy afloat. Think of it like a game of Jenga. We keep adding more and more debt to the stack, but as long as we don't pull out the wrong piece, we're good. But if we do pull out the wrong piece, the whole thing comes crashing down. So today, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned the formal debt limit is set to be reached next week in a letter to Congress and push lawmakers to increase or suspend the limit in a timely manner to avoid far reaching economic damage. Failure to meet the government's obligations would cause irreparable harm to the US economy, the livelihoods of all Americans, and global financial stability, Yellen wrote. The long awaited milestone, after which the US borrowing authority of approximately $31.4 trillion will be exhausted. It's expected to kick the ongoing debate in Congress about increasing the nation's borrowing authority into high gear. Can you imagine? It's really happening. They want to borrow more. Okay. The next step is a process known as extraordinary measures, whereby the Treasury Department can essentially move money around to stave off an actual default on U.S. obligations. If you missed that, let me explain. Our U.S. Treasury Secretary is telling us that our nation's debt limit is about to be reached. And if we don't do something about it, the economy will go down in flames. But don't worry, we have a plan B. It's called extraordinary measures. Essentially, it's like shuffling the deck chairs on the Titanic. We'll just move money around and pretend everything's fine. But let's be real here. At some point, we're going to have to deal with our debt, right? It's like a game of musical chairs, and eventually the music is going to stop. So let's hope our government leaders have a plan before the music stops, or we'll all be left standing there with our pants down. If your mind is not consistently blown by knowing the truth of what our money actually is, you, my friend, are NGMI, not gonna make it. It's nothing but a propped up, debased, backed by faith and military proposition forced upon us by government entities. Banks can literally print money by making debt out of thin air. There's nothing backing this debt. There's nothing to make it real. So get this, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, released a report on global monetary policy in the digital age, which explains that crypto assets may one day reduce demand for central bank money. This this is an IMF study, and it was written after an IMF staff discussion that details that cryptocurrencies could someday lower the demand for fiat currencies by creating a shift from credit money to commodity money. Okay, in other words, the US dollar is debt. It's credit money. It's debt. Commodity money is Bitcoin, right? The study notes that the global financial crisis and bank bailouts have renewed skepticism in some quarters. That's how they term it. How they phrase it. Some quarters of the world, and there's a possibility that digital assets can affect the traditional global monetary policies. There's also a talk of a payment shift within this study where cryptocurrencies could replace fiat in some regions. Just ask my friends in Africa. They use cryptocurrency on a regular basis. Such a shift, besides Africa, like El Salvador. Anyway, such a shift could also portend a change in the way money is created in the digital age, from credit money to commodity money, we may move full circle back to where we were in the Renaissance. This is from the IMF report. This was posted back in June 2018, by the way. So this is nothing new. So in conclusion, I appreciate you guys watching. So I'll conclude with this. While it would be erroneous to predict that Bitcoin will replace fiat, that's probably not going to happen. But there is a possibility that either one or two things, okay? Governments will perpetually raise their debt ceiling until the decline of civilization, or at some point switch to SBDC, central bank digital currency. Those are the only two options I can see. But if you know of another possibility, leave a comment, smash that subscribe button, pummel that subscribe button into submission if you're watching on YouTube. And there's a link to that report, the IMF report, in the link in the description there on YouTube. And if you guys are watching on Twitter and you're curious, I'll send you the link to it as well. So that's today's episode. I appreciate you guys watching. I have spoken.